Hello. Hi, it's Kristina, Power Life, Power 2. Welcome, welcome. And I'm glad that you're back. I am again on the soft side of my space, which means that we're probably practicing some inversions. So um, don't turn this off. Stay with me. I'm really excited. I think inversions are really important. I almost always start the new year off with a long series on inversions. I think they help us reset our perspective. They help us perhaps come to things with a different point of view. And, right now, I think that's more important than ever. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of hurt. There's a lot of anger. And there's also a lot of room for change right now. And I think the best thing that we can do is maybe start to look at things from a different point of view. And once we start to gain some perspective, I would think we can bring a lot of compassion into our lives, into our interactions with others. And I want us to just cultivate a new perspective and a sense of compassion for ourselves, for others on the mat today. So inversions will just be a physical manifestation of that work, but you know that the work really is done inside. So stay with it and let's see what happens. Like I said, I have a carpet, a rug underneath me, but maybe just a folded towel would be helpful if you're on a really hard surface, just to make the headstands, the tripods today feel a little bit more accessible and comfortable, to be honest. So let's do it. Let's go for it and let's meet. Oh, first press play on your playlist as always, and then let's meet in downward facing dog. The work starts right away. So downward facing dog on your mat. Let's do it. Plant all your fingertips, sink your heels down towards the mat. Lift your tailbone up toward the sky and start to breathe. Initial inversion here with our heart up above our head and our visual landscape flipped upside down. Notice that first. Notice the visual shock of seeing everything upside down. Let your brain register that. And then start to notice physical sensations in your body. Back of your legs, your low back, your shoulders, your arms, and the stability that you create here through your upper body. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale, let it go. Again, inhale. And exhale, sigh it out. Breathe in. Start to notice if your body feels restless here. It will, of course, be your mind feeling restless, telling your body to act those feelings out. Stay here for a few more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, tabletop. Lower your knees, stack your joints. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale, round cat pose. Tuck your chin. Inhale, cow. Drop your belly, tip your chin up. Exhale, round your spine for cat pose. Really notice your shoulders here. Notice some space, some stretch right here. Flow between these two poses, your breath, your movement. I'm going to take a little rounding side to side here. That always feels really nice for me. Let these poses show up on your mat exactly how they need to today. One more round each direction. Meet back in tabletop. Take a breath in, tuck your toes. Exhale, hover, lift your knees up above the mat and squeeze your belly in. Press the earth away, starting with some core work here. Essential to have a strong, engaged core for any kind of inversion work. Exhale, here comes a little trick. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg high. Stay for a few breaths. Flex, point your foot, maybe you roll your ankle a little bit. And I want you to notice as we move through these two poses, the energy you have in your right foot as you press your heel up towards the sky. Take a breath in, lengthen your right leg. Exhale, lower your knees back to a hover. Bring your right knee in. Your knees don't touch the ground. Inhale, three-legged dog. Press your right heel. Exhale, lower. Use your core all the way down. Inhale, lift through the belly up to the sky. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower both knees all the way down to the mat. Sit back onto your heels, roll out your wrists a little bit. Your wrists are going to get a lot of love today. Hopefully you don't have any push-ups planned in your future today. All right, let's come back to it. Take a breath in, you're in tabletop, tuck your toes. Exhale, lift your heel or lift your knees up away from the earth, hover. Draw the belly and draw your side bodies in. This is all about how your core connects to the work in your legs, okay? Stability through your upper body. Take a breath out. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your left knee. Take a couple of breaths. Roll out your ankle, flex, point, whatever you need to do here. Square your hips and shoulders back down to the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower your knees. Hover above the mat. There's your core. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, draw your core in as you settle to that hover. Inhale, lift. Nice, everybody. Exhale, lower. Let's do one more. Breathe in. Exhale, lower to your mat. Downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, ragdoll, top of your mat. Give your wrists a little break here. Reach for opposite elbows. Find your sway. Let your head and neck go here. Just a gentle shake of the head, nod of the head. Release any lingering tension in your neck. Breathe in. Exhale, release your hands. Heel toe your feet together so they're underneath your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Stay for a few breaths. Start to get your heart up above your head. Let the blood drain out. Draw your core in, lengthen through the crown of your head. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. One more time. Exhale and fold. Inhale, chair pose and breathe. Little buzz in your legs here to begin. Feel a little bit warm from our work just a few breaths ago. Sink your tailbone down towards the short edge of your mat. Reach your fingertips up, you've got it. Breathe in. Exhale, airplane your arms. Stay with your low body. You might even get a little bit lower. Why not? It's your practice. You're allowed to push yourself. Exhale here. Inhale, mountain with a baby back bend. Breathe. Ooh, lift your heart up towards the sky so the string reaches from your sternum, pulls you straight up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you. Open up your fingertips wide. Everything is really open, really alive. Breathe in. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Inhale, mountain with a baby back bend, rise up. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Inhale, mountain, baby back bend, bring compassion. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Last one, inhale, mountain, baby back bend, press your hips forward. Exhale, forward, fold over, soft knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank, stay. Press the back of your thighs up towards the ceiling. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Draw your core in line. So bring your belly button to your spine. Hug your obliques in on either side. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower your right hip down towards the mat. Little hip dip. Come back to center. Exhale, lower your left hip to the side. Breathe in. Exhale to the right. Flow here. Just gentle hip dips. You want to keep your shoulders square towards the mat, so it's not our whole body that's opening up to either side. It's just your hips. Find the control here in your core. It's time you feel your belly starting to lag down towards the floor. Draw it in even tighter. You can always take this from your knees. Let's do one more each direction. Ooh, it's all about core work today. Inhale, shift forward in your high plank. Exhale, lower all the way to your mat. Inhale, low cobra, and breathe. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Notice your thighs. Notice your knees, your shins lift away from the mat. They lift away from, they don't necessarily have to not touch anymore. The energy is there. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Gaze straight down at your mat. Breathe in. Exhale, release. Inhale, press up through tabletop or high plank, yogi's choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Few breaths, back to an inversion here. Any discomfort is there for you to notice. Is there for you to work with. What makes us uncomfortable about seeing things from another point of view? That's a rhetorical question for you. What makes you uncomfortable about seeing things from another point of view? Stay with that work. You might recognize this a little bit from our last flow together, but let's work through it. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, hop your right foot forward. Low lunge. So lift your left leg, hop, hop, hop your right foot forward into your low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, and breathe. Pull your right hip back, press your left hip forward. Ooh, it's a little belly top here. Okay. Got a little stretch here in the hip flexor. Opening through your front body here. Take a breath in. Exhale, runners stretch. Fold forward over your front leg. Stay lifted on your back left toe. And then flex your right foot forward. It's like almost like a pyramid, almost like a half splits. Definitely a big stretch for the back of the right leg. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your right leg high. Swing it back and up with control. Exhale, hop your left foot forward. Low lunge. Here we go. Inhale, crescent lunge, and breathe. Pull your left hip back. Press your right hip forward. All about the hips here. They stay square to give you a deeper stretch through your hip flexors and your front. Breathe in. Exhale, runner stretch. Fold forward over the left leg. Flex your left foot back. Press your heart down toward your feet. Yes, so less about rounding of your spine, more lengthening and pressing forward. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your left leg. Exhale, hop your right foot forward. Low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. We're flowing here. Exhale, runner stretch. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg high. Exhale, hop your left foot forward. Low lunge. Controlling your core as you hop forward. Breathe in, crescent. Exhale, runner stretch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your hands. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, hop your right foot forward. Low lunge. Breathe in, crescent lunge. Rise up, greet the world. Exhale, runner stretch. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, three-legged dog. Last time. Exhale, hop your left foot forward. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, runner stretch. Breathe in, half lift. Exhale, low lunge. Firm hands. Inhale, lift your left leg. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Lots of practice there. Engaging our core while lifting our leg. That is by design. We want to feel confident. We want to feel strong a little bit later when we work on lifting our legs through our inversion. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, lift your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. No fancy footwork here. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe. Settle your right knee over your right ankle. Drop your shoulders down away from your ear. Maybe you use this pose as a chance to catch your breath. Take a breath in. Stay for your exhale, sink low. Inhale, star. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold and breathe. A little inversion in our flow today to help regulate our circulation, to help give us even more practice, balancing the effects of going upside down and coming back up. Every time we do change our perspective, we do change our point of view, there's a little bit of recovery time. We're learning to shorten that recovery time. At least come to it with a little bit more balance, preparation. Exhale here. Inhale, Skandasana, side lunge to the back of your mat and breathe. I'm going to stay up halfway. It just feels a little better in that transition. If you want to go all the way down, feel free. I'm staying in this kind of half side lunge here. Flex your right toes up towards the ceiling, sink your hips back. Breathe in. Exhale, low lunge, top of your mat. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg high. Exhale, chaturanga. Feel free to bring that ekapada in there. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. And exhale, warrior two. Breathe. Turn your right toes in slightly. And again, sink low in your left knee here. Beautiful. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Exhale. Inhale, star pose. Swivel your toes to the side. Exhale, Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. Stay for a few breaths. Release your head and neck here. Let the crown of your head hang heavy toward your mat. A little bit more control here into this pose. Exhale. Inhale, Skandasana to the side. Breathe. Bend deeply through your right knee. Flip your toes up towards the ceiling. Big flex in your foot. Stay for a breath in. Exhale, low lunge, top of your mat. Breathe in, three-legged dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Ekapada for you. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Inhale through your nose. And exhale, sigh it out. Let's flow. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe in, star pose with a lot of energy. Exhale, prasarita. Inhale, skandasana, back of your mat. Exhale, low lunge, front. Breathe in, three-legged dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Feel free to skip these at any point. Take it from your knees. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe in, star. Exhale, prasarita. Inhale, skandasana, back of your mat. Exhale, low lunge, front of your mat. Breathe in, three-legged dog, left leg high. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. I see your work. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, star. Reach up through the crown of your head. Exhale, prasarita. Inhale, skandasana. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Powerful. Breathe in, star. Exhale, prasarita. Inhale, skandasana. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay for a few breaths, just a few. I know you're working. I know you feel it. Your shoulders are hot. That's exactly how we want them to be. When you're ready, look forward in your downward facing dog, lower to your forearms for dolphin. Start to walk your feet forward. Hug your elbows in towards one another. A hug is gentler than a squeeze. I'm not trying to squeeze the hell out of upper arms. Just hug them in towards one another. Press your hips up towards the ceiling. You gaze back at your feet. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Few breaths. Lift through your glute. Reach through your foot. Breathe in. Exhale, lower your right leg down. Inhale, lift your left leg. Woo! Buzz in here. Lift your toes up high. There you go. Engage your core. Let it do the work. Breathe in. Exhale, lower your left leg. Child's pose. Bring your knees all the way to the edges of your mat as you reach your fingertips forward and settle your heart down towards the mat. Let the effects of our inversion so far start to take effect. What do you notice about your shifting perspective? What do you notice about your point of view here? It's been disrupted. It's been challenged. Can you start to bring a little bit of compassion into that work? Knowing that things don't look the same for everybody. Knowing that some things feel harder for others. But we are all working You're all working toward a sense of compassion. Bring that more and more into your practice. Start to notice the new point of view, how your mind reacts to that, and then soften it with compassion. I know you have this. Let's keep working together. Tuck your toes, find downward facing dog. We'll flow a little bit more together. Tip your hips up towards the ceiling. You've been here a bunch. Breathe in. Exhale, side out your mouth. Wonderful, everybody. Do that again. Inhale. And exhale, let it all go. Ujjayi breath here. When you're ready, inhale, lift your right leg high. We do it together. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, standing splits and breathe. Didn't think we could get out of this without a standing split. I've heard some feedback that this is not people's favorite pose, but boy, oh boy, does it work. All right, notice your core here. Notice your core do the work, a lot of work lifting your left leg. And then bring more energy through your foot. You can flex your foot, you can point your foot. Breathe in, lengthen it. Exhale, find your Shiva squat, just a breath. Inhale, lengthen your left leg. Exhale, bring your left leg behind your right, find an IT band stretch here. So your left foot comes right behind and next to your right foot. This stretch can be felt through the whole left side of your left leg, outer side of your leg. Such a nice big stretch here. Release your head and neck. Put your hands into the mat. Inhale, standing splits. Lift your left leg up towards the ceiling. Last time. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. We'll go back to our flow. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, star. Exhale, prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. Hinge from your hips all the way down. Get your left hand right below your nose. Inhale, twist. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Stack your right shoulder over your left. Take a couple of wrist rolls. That just is instinctual to me, but do what feels natural for you. Or feel free to explore something new about this pose. Turn your gaze up towards your right palm. Find a little twist sensation in your neck. Breathe in. And exhale, release your right hand to the mat. Inhale, lift your left arm up towards the sky. Twist. Breathe. Commit. Commit to the pose. Commit to the work. Inhale, lengthen. Gaze up towards the sky. Roll out your wrist. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Inhale, Skandasana, back of your mat. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog. Again, press your right heel up. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, standing splits and breathe. Woo, maybe you even just take that again. Wake up your core. Hello. Inhale, lift your right leg. Notice that. One can't work without the other. Activate your right leg. Lengthen it more. Doesn't have to be about the lift. It's more about the length. Nice. Rotate your right hip point down. Takes a lot of control through your upper body. Breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, Shiva squat. Just one nice big squeeze right there. Breathe in. Exhale. Bring your right foot back behind your left. And then just settle it up so that the outside of your feet are next to one another. How goofy. Take a little relaxing stretch right here. Changing your perspective doesn't work without opening up your eyes. Doesn't work without allowing yourself to see a new point of view. Get present on your mat. Stay here with us. Inhale, lift your right leg high, standing splits. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. We do the work. Exhale, warrior two. Open up. Breathe in, star. Exhale, cross the arm, wide-legged forward fold. Let's play around with some tripod work here. Lower the crown of your head to the mat. I'm gonna break this down again. The crown of your head, I should have done this last week, is not right here, but right here. The best way to find it is take the heel of your hand, bring it right along your eyebrow bone, and then just flatten your palm up against your head where your middle finger lands. That's the crown of your head. That's what we're connecting to the mat. If you press this part, you have no stability, and you're setting yourself up for a lot of injury in your neck because you don't have the support that you need. So this is the crown of your head, okay? Do that goofy little exercise right now so you know where you're going. All right, let's play with the tripod here. Grab your stack of towels if you need it, just one probably. Don't want things to be too wibble wobbly. We're coming from our wide-legged forward fold. Release the crown of your head onto the mat and then bring your hands out in front of you. So your hands come straight out, your elbows come straight out from your shoulders, and then your wrists come straight down from your elbows. So 90-degree angles. Don't open them up to either side. Again, hug them in. We'll just start to bring maybe one foot, one knee to your tricep, and the other knee to your tricep, or just one at a time. And just start right here. Hug your core in. Bring everything back to center and press your palms deeply into the mat. Lots of time here to play around with this. Find the wall if you want to. That's a great option, especially if you're new to inversions. And then slowly bring your legs back out to either side. Find your wide-legged forward fold. You might have stayed here all along. What a wonderful place to be. Inhale, halfway lift. Let some of the blood drain out. We were there for a while. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Skandasana. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg. Exhale, Chaturanga. Make it our last. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Inhale through your nose. And exhale, side out. Lower your knees down to your mat. And then just take a moment to mentally prepare for a supported headstand. Again, find a wall, find some support for yourself here. If you don't have a strong headstand or inversion practice, take this so slow. There is no rush to get your feet flying up in the air. The work is about getting uncomfortable being upside down. That's really the most difficult part about an inversion, is just reorienting ourselves to have our feet up above, or even just our heart up above our head. So challenge yourself to stay with that discomfort and with that work. If you'd like to start physically doing that work, we'll come into Dolphin Pose together. I'm going to see how well I can talk through this, guys. Okay. All right, we start in Dolphin Pose. Forearm plank to lifting your hips up over lifting your hips high, walking your feet in. I like to clasp my hands. It just offers some stability. And then lower the crown of your head down towards the mat. You might stay here today. You might just see what it feels like to press your forearms into the earth. Start to lift your hips up over your heels. And then just play around with lifting one leg, and lifting the other leg. When you're ready, engage through your core. Yeah, you're right. I couldn't really talk through that. Okay. Engage through your core. And as you lift, hug your belly in tight and then start to squeeze your inner thighs together. So I demoed first, now I can talk you through it a little bit more. Squeeze your inner thighs as you lift up towards the ceiling. Again, maybe you're just playing around with lifting one leg at a time. Still, notice your core as you lift your legs. Notice the strength in your legs as it connects to your core. If you're inverted, squeeze your inner thighs, press your forearms down into the mat. So it's not all about your head. Should really be the first thing that I say. It's all about pressing your forearms down to the mat. You might be back in your tripod. You come back to this practice, feel free to work through those inversions. And when you're ready, you might already be there by child's pose. It's the best way for us to enjoy all of the work, to really absorb the true effort of that pose. Feel your body start to settle back to the earth. Feel your heart start to slow down, your breath start to regulate. And then feel the compassion, start to cultivate the compassion inside. How hard is it to see something from another person's point of view? And it might not feel like the most challenging thing you've done all day. That's okay. But it is honest work, seeing things anew. It's work that we should be doing every day. It's work that we should be doing with everyone we encounter. What might things be like for them? And how can I make their world feel a little bit softer? That's your work for today. That's what inversions can teach us. Slowly rise up to a seated pose. Stretch your legs out. Bring your right leg out to the top right corner of your mat. Draw the sole of your left foot into your right inner thigh. Just plant your right hand on your right leg, inside, outside, top of, doesn't matter. Inhale, reach your left arm up and over, quarter turn. Exhale, Janusirsasana, side body stretch here. Just nice big reward for our obliques working so hard for us today. Keep your body squared toward your left leg here. And exhale. Inhale, reach up. Draw your left knee in front of you. Cross your right leg over so that your right foot is just outside of your left knee. There you go. Bring your right hand behind your right hip. Inhale, lengthen your left arm. Exhale, Marichyasana, half Lord of the Fishes twist. Each breath in, lengthen the crown of your head. Each exhale, find a little more twist. Exhale. Inhale, return to center. Take a counter stretch, counter twist the other way. And exhale, release to center. Change out your legs and your left leg long, sole of your right foot to your left inner thigh. and then turn to face your right knee. Inhale, reach your left arm up, and exhale, Janu Sirsasana. Plant your right hip down towards the mat, and just open up your front body. Exhale. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Right knee comes straight out in front of you. Cross your left foot over your right knee. Plant your left hand behind your left hip. Settle them down to the earth. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, twist toward the left. Half Lord of the Fishes. Gaze just gently over your left shoulder. Exhale. Inhale back through center over to your right side. Little counter twist. And exhale, release. Lower all the way to the mat. If you have a pillow, or even if you have a block, I know I didn't mention it earlier, if you have a little bit of something to put under your hips, that would be helpful here. You can use your hands, you can use just a little bit something. We'll take legs up the wall. One more inversion for our practice today. So I like to bring a pillow or something right underneath my hips, right underneath my sacrum, and lift my feet up towards the sky. So that just that little lift right there just helps take the work out of this pose so that your feet can start to feel weightless. And bring your arms down by your side, palms face up. Breathe. You can even feel the blood start to drain out of your feet. Your heart start to regulate. Inversions are so much about regulating our circulation, our nervous system, draining our lymph nodes. These are all physical aspects of the practice. But mentally, they allow us to see things anew. Being upside down can be very scary. You feel afraid. What if we channel that fear into compassion? What if we let all of those big feelings become something softer? Something that allowed us to be more connected to our community, to be more connected to ourselves, to be more connected to our yoga practice, to be less afraid, and to be more willing to say, I see you. I see what's going on. I see something different than I'm used to seeing every day. I see you. Slowly start to bend your knees, lower your feet down all the way to the mat. Just remove whatever was underneath your hips. And find Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet together. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Knees out wide. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your breath. Our work here is not done. We flipped our perspective on the mat, and now it's our job to take it off the mat, to see others, to bring compassion to others, what they are going through, what they have gone through. And let this life, let this practice be about something bigger than ourselves. Take a breath in. And exhale, just slide your legs down for Shavasana. Just a really smooth, gentle transition right there. Open up your arms to either side. Again, your palms are face up, open to receive the gifts and the teachings of your practice today. Inhale big through your nose. Let it fill up down to your toes. And exhale, sigh it out your mouth. I'll draw you out when it's time. Slowly start to bring awareness back to your breath. Know that you are welcome to stay here for as long as you like, as long as you can. And then gently start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Just bring a little bit more life back into the body. And on your inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Stretch from fingertip to toe, the biggest stretch you've taken. And exhale, roll up to your right side. Gently press yourself up to easy seated pose. Hands at heart center, eyes heavy and closed. Press your thumbs into your heart and press your heart back into your thumbs. Thank you so much for your practice today. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your willingness, your openness to see things from a different point of view. Your willingness to get upside down, to look at something with fresh eyes. Be willing to bring so much compassion to yourself to your practice, and know that that will spread off of your mat into your family, your community, and beyond. We are capable of so much compassion. We need to be willing to look for it. The student and teacher in me believes in the student and teacher in you. Together we bow and say, Namaste. Thank you again for joining me today. I'm Kristina. This was Power Life. Lots of more videos for you to check out. I'm just so grateful that you're here, grateful that we get to do this together. Drink lots of water, be well, and I'll see you soon. Have a good one. Thank you.